Start the countdown. Start the countdown. Start the countdown. It's still going.
And good morning, good afternoon,
Whoa.
good evening, everybody!
Whoa.
Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. And finally, again, actually across from me, is Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm Cameron Woolley.
Wow. Cameron Woolley's back, everybody.
Back in the lab, man. It feels good.
Yeah, I missed you, man.
Yeah,
I missed you.
Too.
We held it together. I think we recorded pretty much every week that we were supposed to be quarantined. Got to see your room, got to see your dog. I saw your jerseys.
I saw my messy bed that I made like twice.
Yeah, I was good. We kept it going because this is what we do at the Cameron Woolley Show. We don't stop. Our hair might be a little longer, but our spirits and our enthusiasm is still here, and we're still waiting for sports. So
I'm just waiting for baseball.
Well, let's talk about that.
Oh God!
Is it going to happen? When we last left off, I think 82 game season, profit sharing from the. I mean, it all boils down to money at this point. And then we had those weird rules that that they were negotiating.
Yeah, that essentially treat them like
right. Yes, pretty much. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're trying to keep them safe. I understand.
Yeah,
that.
I get what they're trying to do. Like, I completely get. They're like, yes, if one person gets it, like, I'm literally doing an entire project at school right now, about returning to sports, and it's pretty much an entire. I'm going to be presenting for like 15 minutes.
Wow.
So it's like me talking about sports.
Is that your limit? Because I think you'll go longer than 15 minutes.
Oh no, 15 minutes is my limit. They told me to.
Oh man! All right, so I know you need more than 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, I do an hour weekly.
Yeah. So, well, we talked last week. Looks like they're going to do NBA like in a bubble over at World of Sports.
Yeah.
Over in Florida. NHL going to the 2014 playoff format. I don't think
Devils are not included. They missed out by 3 points, which again make the season just suck a little bit more.
It's not like they didn't deserve it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. So
one thing about this,
okay,
like the playoff format, I don't have a problem with it.
Sure.
It quells it silences or it pacifies any whining by any fan bases whose teams were still in the hunt.
Sure.
The New York Rangers.
Right. And plus you get another 8 teams, so and
I mean it's fun. Teams like the Rangers who play really, really well, who are in the playoff hunt, and
it'll allow them to recoup a little money that they weren't going to get. That they've lost out on.
They've already lost out on untold millions of dollars.
Sure.
With no fans in the.
So these additional 8 teams, are they printing out playoff merchandise like NHL Stanley Cup playoffs?
Yes.
2020.
Yes, I'm
just
for the Montreal Canadiens. They're putting out something on all their social media. It was about we have clinched the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Really?
And then they said the same thing in
Let's check the shop.nhl.com. This is the Montreal Canadiens site, so you can buy a face mask. All right, I don't see any championship merch yet.
Well, you gotta get Stanley Cup champion.
Well, I mean, you get the playoff merch, though, right? You make the playoffs, you still.
They're selling a Patrick Waugh jersey. That's a yikes. That is a fat yikes, considering what went down. Officially it happened, so all right, so I don't see any playoff merch yet. I didn't know if they were like, yes, we can start playoff merch. Yeah, playoff
even
merch.
though we made it, but we didn't really make it, but we made it.
Yes, let's charge an extra $40, they'll buy it.
Yeah, totally. Oui. And I haven't seen it, so they're trying to. Last we heard, they were trying to figure out a couple neutral locations that they could play these playoff games at. I didn't hear anything about fans. I'm assuming no fans. I don't think
absolutely no fans. So imagine one, and that was why I mentioned my project, because I have I'm saying, it's like imagine one person gets it and then spreads it to someone else who then ends up spreading it to someone else.
Right.
And then wherever in that chain of spreading, because this thing spreads like a wildfire.
Yes, it does.
One person dies. That is a recipe for a Gordon Ramsay gourmet style lawsuit.
Yes, it is, for sure. All right, so the LA Times has 10 potential, they're not neutral sites, but hub cities. So this is where, potentially there could be place. So, all right, it is loading now, but I'm reading it. So Chicago is centrally located. That and it works for. They're saying this works for. Since they're in the central time zone, the time zones won't be thrown off too much.
Yeah, it won't be stupid.
Let's see, and so also listening. Find hotels and restaurants are plentiful downtown. Who cares? Columbus would be a good candidate, yeah. I think. Dallas, also central. Edmonton.
Yeah, there's not a lot of
Edmonton. Anyway. Yeah, I guess so. Vegas.
The casinos aren't open. There's kind of no point in going to Vegas if there's no casinos.
Yeah, I think they're reopening very, very soon, I'm hearing.
Oh, yeah.
LA, Staples Center, a lot of room.
Yep.
Minneapolis, St. Paul. No, this is posted 21 hours ago, so we know what's going on. Probably not a good idea right now.
No.
The epicenter. Pittsburgh, not bad.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, yeah.
Toronto, and then Vancouver. So
Toronto, maybe a little too densely populated.
Right.
Vancouver, I don't know anything about Vancouver.
Right.
All I know is the thing I know most about Vancouver came from Sweden. Okay.
Okay.
The Sabine twins.
Oh, sure. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And so I guess guys are. The Canadian cities I was worried about like customs, visa, all that stuff, traveling to another country, but they're gonna have to do that anyways.
Yeah,
they've done it anyways. Right.
Travel between the borders.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, that's not really a concern.
There's probably some document, in some 1,000-page thing in some government book about. Yeah, this is fine.
Right. So they have to pick two out of these potential 10. I would say
for the East.
Columbus would be good. I think.
Columbus.
Eastern time. Columbus or Chicago. I think I say a Midwest city. But that's just me.
Midwest. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's only 1 hour back from the Eastern time zone.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. But other than that. And then the West, the West could be anywhere. I mean,
imagine that the Eastern Conference is in Chicago and the Blackhawks won't play there. The Blackhawks won't play there. That would be.
That'd be salt in the wounds,
man.
Okay,
let's rethink it. Okay, let's rethink this. Columbus could be the Eastern.
That would be salt in the wounds for sure.
Columbus could be the Eastern city because the Blue Jackets are in the playoffs, and then the West could be any city along that's in the Western Conference.
Right. Man, that would stink though if you're playing in the home stadium and they didn't make, like the Kings, they
Staples Center. Like what?
Yeah. So that's. I mean, it looks like this is going to happen. I mean, it's definitely going to. I don't want to say definite anything, but.
I know hockey's coming back. It's a bona fide plan.
Okay.
Batman made a whole presentation about it. It's happening.
Oh, he did something right?
Yeah, dude. Okay, memes aside, Gary Bettman has actually been a fantastic commissioner.
All right, you're a Bettman fan.
Okay, I mean,
you think he takes too much crap?
Compared to the other commissioners who we have to compare to,
okay,
he's the best we've got because
okay, not just good enough.
He's good enough.
Good enough.
Okay,
fair enough. Fair enough.
People just like to boo him because it's part of the meme.
Right. Sorry, I'm plugging this laptop in.
Yeah.
These are all the things I'm dealing with. I haven't had to plug anything in here.
Yep. Gonna blow off the rust. All right. Oh God, when's the last time you've had to get down on your knees and do it?
It's been a long time.
And work with wires.
All right, here we go. And boom. All right, yeah.
All right, now we're back.
And we have power, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
All right, NBA, NHL. Okay, let's say those are like done deals, I guess.
Okay, NBA is a done deal.
Right.
I don't like to talk about basketball that much because, for one, I don't care. And
Well,
two,
that's what I was going to ask. Like, does anybody really care?
Okay, a lot of people care about basketball. It's the second most popular sport in the country.
Okay. So, well, that would lead us to then the one that we're waiting for.
Okay, the one not really you much because you're an Orioles fan.
Well, with the shortened season, anything can happen. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, you go on a nice run, couple streaks.
Baltimore Orioles, AL East champions.
Maybe they play better in colder weather. The season is going to be extended into late October. You never know.
Okay, if this thing, whatever happens, if baseball happens, we're going to get a Mr. December.
Mr. December.
We are going to get a Mr. December.
So the Players Association fired back on their own proposal, which basically outlines 114 game season instead of 82, completed by Halloween. So no Mr. December.
Okay.
Mr. November, perhaps. Maybe there was a rain out or something. Maybe Mr. November.
Okay, Mr. November is already taken. That's already Derek Jeter.
All right, fair enough. And then anybody who qualifies as high risk can opt out of the season and still get paid and still get Major League service time.
Wow.
I don't know who would be on that list, but
I don't know who really is high risk. You're a professional athlete.
Right.
I don't know. Like, does like Trey Mancini have asthma or something like that?
No, he's got cancer though, so I guess he would be there. I don't.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I don't think he wasn't gonna play this. He wasn't gonna play this year anyway, so it's okay. You didn't know that.
You didn't. No, I learned it. I knew it. I just forgot about it.
No, it was actually fairly quiet. He just fairly recently. It was during like late spring training when he revealed. Because when he went to the hospital, he said it was a non-baseball related medical procedure.
Non-baseball related medical procedure.
Which is how they spin.
It's like 2 weeks.
Right,
later,
collapsed lung.
2 weeks later, because stuff like that always kind of leaks out.
Right.
Where it's like, oh yeah, we removed a brain tumor.
Yeah. But they later on they revealed it. So yeah, don't feel bad. You didn't know.
Yeah, I'm just like,
don't. It's not your fault. Players who are not high risk have the option of opting out and serving service time, but will not be paid.
Oh, okay.
Which that's pretty controversial too.
I mean,
however, that pays respect to any players. Like, you know what? I just don't feel safe doing it. I don't want to risk my future by playing this season, which is kind of cobbled together.
Yeah,
I understand that. And then let's see. Players will also receive a salary advance during spring training camp worth $100 million for expenses. And this is the next one's big. It allows MLB to have 2 years of expanded playoffs from 10 teams to 14, not just this year, next year as well. Which will. But here's where they might have been listening to you. Allows the league to defer $100 million in deferred salaries if there's no postseason because of the pandemic. All contracts in excess of $10 million or more with interest to be paid by November 2020. So that's what you were mentioning that. Although I didn't see this clause over here where if they cancel the postseason, but I think they were listening to you.
Oh yeah.
You were heard.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet like
somebody
5 people that watched the episode that
somebody
hasn't even been uploaded
over at the MLBPA heard this and took it to heart. You suggested that 2-3 episodes ago. So
yeah, backloading the contract.
Right. And I
go with every financial payment right now. Just like if you have a loan, if you got a mortgage, if you got anything,
sure.
You can just tack it on the back.
Yeah, sure. I think this sounds like a pretty great proposal.
Oh yeah.
However,
I like the proposal of the owners.
However, as of literally about an hour ago, The MLB rejects 114 game plan and has no counter offer. Tells you no counter offer that they're not budging. Now, this is concerning for several reasons.
The tone of voice that you said that.
Yeah, well, not even a counter offer. They can't. So no negotiation. Basically, what they're saying. Two, this proposal said they would start some kind of spring training in like 2 weeks from now, and then they want to start the season in July. The clock is ticking, my friends.
Yeah.
The clock is ticking.
It's June 3rd. Yeah, if you want to start the season by July, you gotta get something patented and wrapped up by at least next week.
Right. So it seems the impasse here is twofold. One, players want to play more than 82 games. That way you get paid more.
Yeah, obviously.
And the owners do not. Owners want to stick it to 82. And then
they won't have to pay it.
Right, and then there's just money. There's prorated. They agreed to prorated salaries in March, and now they're not.
Prorated.
Well, I mean, if you play half a season, you get half what you agreed to that year.
Okay, that's my thought.
Right, that's fair to me.
Yeah,
you're getting
fair.
what you play for.
However many games you get.
Right.
However many
but
games you play, you get that.
The
your salary if you play that.
Owners are not having any of it. They're like, well, we don't have any fans to buy tickets. No merch sales, no food sales, no beer sales to pay those salaries. So whatever we make is overpriced.
Ballpark food is expensive as hell.
Yes, it is.
A beer at Yankee Stadium
yes, it
is like $12.
I've paid it.
Yeah, you
many times.
A beer at Yankee Stadium is $12,
right.
Along with other food there. That's another $15. That's $27.
And even
worth of food.
And even so, I know it's marked up 1,000,000%. But what? There's nothing like a hot dog at a ballpark. You gotta get it.
I've never had a hot dog at a ballpark though.
I highly recommend.
My magic trick is cheese fries at Yankee Stadium,
right. Which are also
the one time I didn't get cheese fries was the game that shall not be mentioned anymore because I mentioned.
I know we talk about it every episode.
I mention it at least once a week.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know. The no fans thing. Now we're hungry. The no fans in the stands. That's a big blow. That's just no money.
You're cutting out ticket sales and overpriced ballpark.
Right.
Okay.
However, it would be in the best interest of the game, the owners, and the players if they play this year.
If they just play some.
If they play this year, otherwise nobody gets anything, and you risk the fans not coming back.
Yeah, like just what the hell are you?
Yeah, we've seen it before with the strike. That it was pretty bad afterwards. I don't think you were around yet.
No, I wasn't even a thought.
No, you weren't. Well, maybe you were a thought, but you weren't. Yeah, back in the 90s. It was pretty devastating to baseball. And,
94.
There were a couple of things that brought baseball back after that. One was the juice, home runs, and steroids. And I got to give a little credit to Cal Ripken breaking 21-31. That was, I think that got some people back, in my opinion. I might be a little biased here, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna say he saved baseball, but
you're being that's Oriole bias. Just like how I thought, Yankees like that. Well, the fandom was coming back in New York anyway because the Yankees are probably the most worshipped team there.
Oh, by far,
at
far.
Least they're at least second to the Knicks.
Sure.
Because even though the Knicks have been terrible, for some reason New York City, they'd rather the Knicks win an NBA championship than the Giants or Jets win the Super Bowl.
Right. Sure.
Straight up, that's how much they love the Knicks.
Right.
That's how much they hate James Dolan.
Well, that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother story. So,
and I've gone down that road plenty of times before.
yeah. So, man, they gotta come to an agreement quick though. It's July. It's June 2nd.
Oh yeah.
Lost a little over 2 months already,
Yeah.
and
a few, probably a couple $1 billion.
oh, by far, yeah, millions lost per day that
Yeah.
they're not playing. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I I don't. Yeah, I don't know where the compromise is though.
I know. I saw the proposal that the owners fired back though
Right.
was like according to Jeff Passan on ESPN,
Okay.
somewhere in the quote unquote neighborhood of 50 games.
50?
Yeah, 50.
Wow, that's
50 games. It's like what? What the hell, man?
I mean, I 50 games can go like that. Like,
Oh yeah, and knowing
50 games.
knowing how many shit starts the Yankees have had in the last few years.
Oh, right.
50 games, the Yankees might not make the playoffs.
Then you can't count this as a real season. Then if that happens, that can't
I know if the
happen.
Yankees miss the playoffs, the entire baseball community is gonna go dancing in the streets, going like, and just being like, "Hey, like, what happened here?
Right.
There's no Yankees."
Right. But you really like I can't. Even I know if they do play like a 54 game season and the Yankees don't make it, I'm like, all right, come on, come on. I'm like, what dimension are we in now? What But yeah, but this says the MLB is not going to give any kind of counter offer that whatever their 82 game season profit sharing plan is going to stand. I don't know, like where.
We're not. Straight up, man. It's looking like.
When will somebody wake up though and be like, dude, let's just.
Like, when will Rob Manfred or like.
And not only that, the NBA got together. And now, granted, they played most of the regular seasons, NBA and MLB.
Like, they've already pocketed most of their money. The NHL already pocketed most of their money.
Sure.
The NFL is already a profitable enough organization
Sure.
to where they're fortunate enough to. And also, they start in September.
Right.
So people might be able to go to some capacity of fans in the stands in September for football, but baseball is just like it's unique.
Right.
Like they have no money. Help and owners because of free agency and trades have only put in more money into their teams.
Right. So
that.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I think I've said like you got to play at least 82 games.
Yeah, like you got I do want baseball, even if it is like in the 50 game format. I'm just like I don't care.
God, less than 1/3 of a season. One
like
third of a season.
Like
54 would be 1/3, right?
Like one-third of a season. I don't care. I'll take it. But when I saw no counter offer,
yeah, it's not good.
I'm just like, okay.
Well, now what?
One, it's looking like there's no baseball, and two, I'm gonna need to update my presentation again. So
just put like details pending on the
pending.
Right. And then on top of all this, I'm sure you've read a lot of these teams basically released all their minor leaguers.
Oh my god, terrible.
I love like the first in line with the Oakland A's. They're like, all right, you're released. We're not paying you anymore.
Their owner, and this is what I don't get about the Oakland A's. Everybody calls them like the poor team. They're so poor.
Right. They're not the poor team. They're the cheap team.
I'm like they're broke. Meanwhile, their owner's worth over $2 billion.
Sure. Yeah, it's not like these guys. Yeah, they have money. The minor league.
Money. Oh, but they're in a small market. They play in Southern California,
right.
Dude. The Bay Area, that's a huge market. Their owner's just cheap as hell.
Right. Yeah. It's
like look at the MLB payrolls.
I will.
That's the thing with most of these quote unquote small market teams. Like
they're not that small market.
Like they still get a lot of money. They still their owners are worth more than enough to.
Right. This comes courtesy of SportTrack.com. Of course, we got the New York Yankees.
New York Yankees, LA Dodgers.
Both of them clocking at $202 million, and I'll just go right down to the bottom here, where so Baltimore is down at $50 million, and Oakland is at 92.
Huh.
Fairly modest, but yeah, you're telling me
Tampa Bay Rays that.
They put together a winning program. 65 million a year.
Tampa Bay Rays, I can't clearly excuse that because they play in Florida. They play in a fairly sized market.
Sure.
Their owner is discussing plans to move. They're not in contraction moves. Although, wait a second. Yeah, they actually have been in contraction. They're not the Montreal Expos, is my point.
Right, yeah. No, people still go. It's a horrible stadium.
But people still go to the game.
Right.
They're a good enough team.
Totally.
And I guarantee their owner is worth more than enough money to put more than $65 million into a roster that is built by just brilliant people.
Right.
Oh my God, what the Rays have done is nothing short of remarkable. They challenged the Yankees for the division while having less than a third of their payroll. That is amazing.
Right.
But that's what makes me go oh thank God about the Rays not increasing their payroll, because if they increase their payroll, they'd be the top dog in the AL East.
Right.
I'm not even gonna lie. The way they coach, the way they develop, the way they make trades, the way they just do everything about building their team is just
they do it in the Moneyball, man.
It's Moneyball. It's just Moneyball. They take another team's trash. Ji-Man Choi, he was a Yankee bust. He was a guy who came up for a bit for the Yankees, and now here he is starting first baseman, starting DH for the Tampa Bay Rays, hitting home runs in the playoffs, making himself a pretty good career over there.
Sure.
And then, because their payroll is so small, they have to trade Tommy Pham, who is just a fantastic center fielder.
Right.
Or I think he's known as a left fielder. They have to trade Tommy Pham for Hunter Renfroe, which I don't even know if that's saving a lot of money. Blake Snell on Twitch playing Fortnite, being Blake Snell, said, and I quote, "You gave him up for Renfroe and a slapdick prospect." That is most.
He tells it like it is. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, being a player and you have a Twitch persona, you kind of have a little bit more responsibility.
Sure. You got an expanded audience, so yeah, for sure.
You have a little bit more responsibility to kind of keep your mouth shut.
Right. But so the A's were like, we're not paying our minor leaguers. Then the Nationals going, we're going to cut the per week salary by $100 a week. So they were going for $400 a week to $300 a week. That's pretty big.
That's 1/3. That's a quarter of what you get on unemployment.
Sure. Right now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. You're making less.
Unemployment's $1,200 a week.
Something like that. 600 or something. It was more. Yeah.
It's more than what they're giving to minor league baseball players.
Right. However, once the major league Nationals heard this, they're like, well, they got together and they're like, we're going to cover that. We're going to cover that $100. We're going to cover those salaries. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That was cool.
That's good.
That was cool. But now I'm reading the Nationals decided not to. They backtracked because they got shamed publicly. Once the news broke, they're not going to nix the $100 per week cut. So that's good. Yeah. I'm also reading here, as of a day ago, Scott Boras will pay the salaries of released minor league clients. It's not like he can't afford it, but
yeah. Dude, Scott Boras.
Actually, isn't he kind of like the cause of all this? In a way,
Scott Boras is the cause of all the inflation going on in
that is evil in
all
baseball.
Of sports, inflation has been caused by Scott Morris. Okay,
I don't want to blame him outright because the owners agreed to pay these salaries, so but he negotiated them. I gotta give him that. Is he bad for the game? Probably, but
Scott Morris drives up.
Oh, sure.
He drives up the salaries that the players get. That is good for baseball. It increases the, I don't know if it's inflation, but salaries have been. It's my theory on it is that sports salaries ever since Alex Rodriguez, where he got paid that $250 million
insane
contract. Contracts in sports have been going up and up and up and up and up. It goes up to such a drastic degree where if you're even somewhat average or maybe top 10 at your position at best, they still make you the highest paid person at your position.
For
sure. There was a point in time where Matthew Stafford and Derek Carr each held the highest paid NFL player. That spot, that title.
Right.
Granted, they each held it for 3 months, but
yeah, it was short-lived.
But again, that's how sports work. Even in hockey, where they're notoriously cheap,
right?
They still pay their what happened. The Toronto Maple Leafs, they ended up screwing themselves into cap hell in at least 2 years by paying Matthews, Tavares, and Marner and Nylander
a lot.
Stupid amounts of money. Mitch Marner, say what you want about him, he's a great winger. But right winger is a dependent position, except if you're 2018 Taylor Hall. Except that.
Okay, fair enough.
Right winger is a very, very dependent position. You don't give a dependent position $10.9 million. But again, that's how the sports economy works.
Yeah.
They give just a certain, not a certain amount, it kind of builds up and up and up and up and up and up and up, where the salary cap increases, or if you're just baseball, where it's just free reign, there's no salary cap, there's a quote-unquote luxury tax, which, I mean, if you're the New York Yankees, why do you give a shit about paying it?
They don't. I don't think they do.
Why do you care?
Yeah, they don't.
The Yankees tried caring about it until they saw that Garrett Cole was on the open market, and then the ghost of Steinbrenner's past came back and
you signed this kid.
Big Stein wants that pitcher.
You signed that kid.
Big Stein, my baseball people in heaven are telling me to go sign Garrett Cole. Go and do it. Big Stein wants you to do it.
Now go get me that calzone.
Costanza.
Buhner? How could you trade Buhner?
I watched that episode.
R.I.P. to Jerry Stiller. Brilliant.
That, in my opinion, that's not the most brilliant scene in a sitcom, but in a laugh track sitcom, that's probably the best scene.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it's such a brilliant setup. It's George Steinbrenner going to this old couple's house to tell them that their kid died.
Yes.
And then
what was his title? Assistant to the traveling secretary?
He was an assistant to the traveling secretary, and then he was about to get a promotion to assistant general manager. No, it was the episode when he was about to get the assistant to the general manager. Where it was, he was gonna. He said, "Oh my God, I'm gonna give Mr. Steinbrenner advice on trades and signings."
Right.
And he was losing because his car was parked. You've seen the episode, right? It was because he locked his keys in his car.
Right.
Car was in the parking lot, and he kept thinking that Costanza was the first one there in the day, and the last one out at night.
I like this kid.
It's he goes to tell him that their kid died. He's sitting on the couch trying to console the parents, being George Steinbrenner.
Right. What do you do when you have the team owner?
There's Jerry Stiller just sitting there stewing. Just, he's waiting to say.
And then he blows up.
He's getting told that his kid just died.
Dead.
And all he can say is, why the hell did you trade Jay Buhner?
Buhner? How could you trade Buhner?
What the hell did you trade Jay Buhner for?
Yeah. I feel him, though. If I get Peter,
dude. Oh,
if I get Peter Angelos like here, and I could grill him. I'm like, why did you pay Chris Davis $161 million?
Why did you do that?
Why didn't you re-sign Andrew Miller? Why didn't
you do this?
Why?
Do I have the power of hindsight? Yes.
Why'd you let Messina go to the Yankees? Why? I have so many questions.
Why did you?
So many questions.
Oh no, I went to a camp a couple years ago at Monmouth University. It was like I wrote a sports article and stuff like that. I wrote one about the offensive line. It was a great article, great piece of writing. But
I have no doubt.
But we did this thing where we'd interview in kind of like a press conference format, like people who were in sports. And one of them was actually a radio host for Pittsburgh, who's one of like he's kind of who I later found out was like a kind of like a Ginzer rally guy.
Sure.
Like he's like I later found out that he was bigger than I thought he was. I'm like, oh my god, that if the one thing I wished happened was Ben McAdoo was one of the guests we interviewed, I would have just asked like the counselors to be like after we were like leaving, like go to lunch or something like that. I'd be like, no, just leave me. I want some words with coach. And I just go, I'm like, why the hell did you bench Eli Manning? Why the hell did you do this? You saw what your defense was. You look at that defense. You look at that dumpster fire. You look at Odell Beckham, who's a head case on his own. You look at the offensive line. You look at the complete utter lack of a running game. You look at the receivers who have been dropping like flies. You look at the entire roster that's dropping like flies. You have an offensive line that's effectively a turnstile.
Yeah.
Why the hell did you bench Eli Manning? Why the hell did you do it, man? Why the hell did you do it? I demand answers. God damn it.
Yeah, right now.
That's what I would have said. I would have said, it either would have been in the press conference. I would have just, we had to do prep work or we had to write questions. No, it wasn't anything big. I would have just written down one question, just in big letters, just
why?
Why? Just the one word, just why? I'm like, well, why the hell did you bench Eli Manning?
Yeah.
And I would be like, you have no idea. I'm using every single bit of self-control I can right now.
Awesome.
Do you know how many times I've yelled at you through my TV in the last few months?
Yeah, totally.
And do you know how, I frolicked through my school hallway. I frolicked when I found out when he was fired.
Right. Oh,
I remember it. I remember, one of my friends was like, yo, Cam, the Giants just fired Ben McAdoo. I'm like, what? And I remember, we have iPads. I Googled up. I'm like, Ben McAdoo. I'm like, Ben McAdoo was fired. I was like, yeah!
Oh, man. So
now I see people that are trying to defend the guy.
No, you can't.
I'm seeing people like, oh, he was right about Eli. I'm like, dude, the one good thing, and the part that sucks was the one good thing they tried doing, which was trade up for Patrick Mahomes.
Sure.
Which, mean, that's a pretty big good thing, but...
They tried. I got
No, but the front office rejected it.
Of course. Well,
also, you got to remember, this is the Jerry Reese.
Sure.
This is the Jerry Reese, that front office. But you got to remember, at the time, the Giants weren't exactly thinking draft a new quarterback. They were thinking competing it. In the 2017 offseason, Giants fans were insufferable. Because I remember we just signed Brandon Marshall, and for some reason we thought that would make us into a Super Bowl contender. Without fixing the offensive line or doing anything, I was 13 and I was stupid, along with a million other people who were just completely stupid. And I thought that for some reason that would make us a Super Bowl contender, and trading up for a quarterback at that time would have not been a very smart move, considering that Eli still had a bit in the tank, and the mindset of the front office then was squeeze one more out of Eli, because well, to be fair, at the time he was still putting up good numbers. He was literally a year removed from putting up an MVP caliber season. Totally. And this is probably my hottest take yet. I don't know if I've said it on the show.
Hot take coming up.
But okay, we're going up the grill. The burners are on high right now. The burners are on high. I got the pan in there. I've got the mariachi, the marinara sauce. Got the mariachi. Got the bacon and eggs, the white sauce. I've got everything in the frying pan. I'm cooking up a big cake.
Right.
If the 2016 Giants defense was on the 2015 Giants, they would have gone 13-3, and Eli Manning would have been named MVP.
I won't argue with that. That's a hot take. Unfortunately, you can only do dynasty modes and like Madden. So.
The last time I checked dynasty mode is in Madden.
Oh right, do they take it out?
They do franchise.
Franchise mode. I haven't played. Sorry, I haven't played.
You gotta tweak with the rosters, and I don't like doing that.
Sorry, I haven't played in a while, so that's
it's not worth it. Madden 20 is okay because they do Superstar X Factor,
right.
Which is just them saying, hey, we're doing something that we should have done for the last 10 years. Praise us. Buy our shit.
Yeah. One more thing on the minor leaguers not getting paid. So how about David Price? I don't know if you read this. He was going to give all 220 players in the minor league system $1,000.
Wow.
Without hesitation. Which I was like, wow, that's like the David Price stimulus plan, man. That's almost $1,200.
That's the David Price.
Of course, if you add that up, it's $220,000, which he's not hurting. He can afford it.
Okay,
I think he's getting paid $23 million this year. Minus taxes and all that. It's still
that stupid contract.
Yeah.
Thanks to Dave Dombrowski.
Right. After agents, fees, taxes, all that, he's probably realistically getting half of that. So $220, it's a good chunk of that.
Yeah.
I know that's. And while, of course, I applaud this gesture, I was like, wow, what a nice guy. Like, he didn't have to do that. He put it out there. But does that make the organization look bad? I'm like, I was like, what are your players? Like, you guys, you rich owners, and they've got money.
They've got money.
You've got money. These guys who are the building blocks of your franchise, and you're cutting their salaries, and one of your major leaguers has to make up for it. That just looks.
You gotta remember the owners, like the teams, are also bleeding millions of dollars per day.
I understand. Plus,
this isn't a normal scenario.
Right, I understand.
Like, I understand why they're cutting it.
Sure.
Is it nice? Like, is it morally, ethically okay to do it? No. But you gotta
financially,
financially, from an economic standpoint, it's like if the owners could. Like if the organization, if they had enough money, if they weren't bleeding.
Wait, let's sorry to interrupt you. Let's do some math here. So let's say they get $400 a week, right?
Yeah, 400.
How many weeks are there in the minor league season? You think? Because they don't go a full 6 months, right? I might need your math help here, but let's say 22 weeks.
Hard estimate.
So that 22 times 400 is 8,800.
Like that is
all right, times 220. That's how many players there are. That's almost $2 million. It's not in baseball. It's not that much.
Wait. Well, what was the cost?
My figures came out to $2 million. So
$2 million. Yeah, in Major League Baseball, it's not much.
422 is 8,800 times 220 players. 2 million, about $1,936,000. Round up to $2 million.
Okay.
Now, granted, I understand what you're saying. Even though a minor league ticket is like what, $10 at most, but they're still not playing all that.
Yeah.
So they're not making that. Plus, the minor league food is also somewhat overpriced. Not as overpriced.
But in minor league food, when I went to a Blue Claw game, it was
our local franchise.
It was fairly reasonable.
Yeah, the hot dogs were not like $10; they were like $6 or $5.
Oh, I remember. I think I had a churro.
Why wouldn't you have the churro? There's a churro, you get the churro.
Dude, churros are underrated. I need to make that a T-shirt. Churros are underrated.
I wholeheartedly agree on that. I would never argue that.
You know what churros are oddly amazing?
No,
churros. Costco.
Oh yeah,
Costco
yeah, and they're like 99 cents, right?
Yeah, $1 for that.
Yeah,
and they're like
it's like 3 feet long. It looks like
a foot long.
Yeah, it's like a meter. You get like a yard. Like a yard long.
It's a yardstick.
Yeah. 10 of those, you have a first down.
Just kind of gooey,
It's heavenly, yes.
Weird and cinnamon.
I agree.
For some reason, Costco food is good. Like, I don't know why. Like it's a chain store. It's a big box store.
That's why they're able to get some pretty good tasting stuff for at bulk for wholesale prices. Yeah, it's not bad. So, and what makes you hungrier than buying things in bulk, like 10 pounds of beef Reno or like 10 pounds of salmon and
that's where you get your Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, for sure.
All in one shot. It's like, all right, I'm gonna pay. Like some of the stuff there is a steal. Not gonna lie.
Oh, sure.
Like, some of the stuff there.
Yeah, like it's fun.
Sometimes it's a steal.
It's fun to buy in bulk. So
it's like, all right.
So yeah, I don't know. That's what's going on. That's what's going on in minor league baseball.
You get your kids' school lunches in September. Next thing you know, you don't have to revisit it until February.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I guess this would be the definition of a deadlock. I guess.
Yeah, this is a deadlock.
Which is never good. The time is of the essence right now.
Yeah, it's
and
a stupid pissing contest, man. It's just what it is. It's
ultimate, like
stupid.
What would be the cutoff date? You think? Where we can't do it now. It's too late.
Yeah, probably
July 15th.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Okay. July 15th.
It's about halfway through the year, actually. So, ish.
Yeah.
Well, around give or take a couple weeks.
July.
Right. Yeah. After that, it's like, well, that's it. I feel. Yeah. Again, I've said it before. I feel bad for the minor leaguers. They lose a whole year of development, training. Building, whatever, all that.
I mean, stunt your
we know, but
Adley Rutschman.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, no live games, absolutely. Then the up and coming players, they lose a whole year to prove. Sure.
Ronald Acuna, Juan Soto.
But even guys like Garrett Cole, young, 29. It could have been the best year of his life. He's in his prime for sure.
Yeah, he's in his prime. Aaron Judge, he's kind of nearing that point too. He's
right.
Kind of nearing his like people forget he's like 28.
Sure.
Like he's young, but he's not.
Right. At the same time. And then I feel bad for some of these guys that are maybe nearing the end of their career, or they lose a whole
Felix
year.
Felix Hernandez just signed a contract with the Braves. He's hoping to win a championship. He's hoping to.
Yeah, some of these guys, 36, 37, later 30s, they may lose this year. Yeah. That I feel bad for them, but what are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, even if they could play a few games, just get it and have it count officially. But the service time, that's a big one. It's a big thing. If they don't play this year, I guess no service time then. That's a whole year. It's a long time. And these owners, how they like to finagle that service time. It's like, we'll send them back to the minors, keep them there until it rolls into a new year, so we don't have to extend the service time. It's crap, but that that's contractually that's how it goes. So, and then there's some people complaining about this, like people opting out of the year. And maybe not being high risk.
Yeah.
But
Blake Snell.
You don't want to play though. You don't want to risk it. This could have long-term health effects. You could get sick.
Yeah, if you
could ruin your career. Yeah. What are you gonna? You can't.
Like nobody knows what this.
You can't force.
This thing has just so many.
I know. It's many implications for sure.
Like it's a super flu. It's what it is. You can get every symptom.
Nobody saw this coming.
Like you could either. You could either get a stuffy nose, have a fever for a couple days, and a little bit of a sore throat and be fine.
Right.
Or you could end up with blood clots and trouble breathing for the rest of your life while having a stroke.
Yeah, for sure. So, I don't know. Well, but I think at the heart of it, we just want to see baseball, man.
Yeah, we just, that's the bottom line. It's like, what the hell is it?
Yeah, get it. Yeah, the fans in us are like, dude, get it together.
That's where we're thinking.
Get it together.
For one, I need content for the show.
Yeah.
2, I need baseball. And 3, I didn't sit through months of the Giants and Devils making me want to
I know you're like, can I just see a winner?
Making me want to start drinking early
in one sport. Can I just see one winner?
And meanwhile, like the one team that I actually like watching, the one team that I genuinely enjoy watching, the team that I look forward to watching. Like if I have like when my like when on a Sunday, I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll throw on the Giants game. Or if I'm bored and have nothing to do in the middle of December, I'm like, oh, I'll go throw on a Devils game. But on like in the middle of July, and I'm just gonna hold on.
Bless you. Good job. That was the sound of Cameron Woolley sneezing into his sleeve.
Yeah,
like a good non-germ spreader. There he goes. Got plenty of hand sanitizer here. This is what we do. We reloaded, man. We reloaded just in case.
It was like get it on camera. Get it all on camera.
And you are 7 feet away, by the way. I measured, so we're good.
Yes, I am 7 feet away from you, so
totally good. But yeah, you were excited, is what you're telling me about baseball.
Yeah, I was
beyond
excited. Anytime, like in the middle of July, I was like, oh my god, like all right, like when I look through, I'm like, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna throw the Yankee game on. I'm gonna watch some good baseball. And if it gets stalled by like I said before, it's just a stupid missing contest.
Right.
That's what it is.
Oof.
Just, why the hell are you?
Yeah.
Just, why the hell are you?
And it's like just
why
get it together. So
I'm sick of it.
Right. I'm just checking Deadspin here. They have an article that's called "What Could Have Been." A look at the baseball drama that we missed.
I saw something about the Washington Redskins. If you look at their Twitter right now, it is a complete fallout zone.
Oh, is it a mess?
Yeah, it's a mess.
Is it a mess?
It's a mess.
Deadspin's just going through a couple games that would have been cool. That would have been fun, such as
Yankees. That's another thing. Ooh.
Yankees Astros, May 15th through the 17th. We just missed that. Which with Garrett Cole potentially facing off. So this would have been So this would have been in Houston, May 15th through 17th, which would have been interesting. And then Braves at Mariners. So the return of Felix Hernandez in a different uniform in Seattle. So assuming he would have made the rotation, but
and he would have been there for the Seattle series.
I think so. Just a little drama there. But yeah, Yankees Astros, I would have watched that whole series. That's a grudge match, man.
Oh yeah. The one in Minute Maid Park might have not have been as fun as what would have happened.
Oh sure.
Yankee Stadium, you're gonna need like I said, you're gonna need swatches.
Sure. I didn't even look at the schedule. I guess the Astros
play in September.
September. So I mean, I would assume Yankees probably would have been in the playoff mix for sure. Houston, who knows? They might have been. So it could have been.
Oh, dude, they're good enough.
Yeah.
To still be
sure.
Contender.
Even without cheating.
Like, even without
playing straight.
Even without cheating, even while playing straight.
Yeah.
They would still be good. I hate to break it to everyone. I hate to break it to me. As much as I want to say the Astros would suck.
Sure.
But dude, it's my honest to God dream, man. Just seeing an ALCS between the Yankees and Astros. Like the Yankees pissed. Like that entire team just pissed. They're gonna bring CC Sabathia back into the dugout. Like it'd be like say it would be Apollo Creed's ghost in Rocky's corner in Moscow. Just imagine that was what CC Sabathia being in the Yankee dugout would be against the Astros.
I think Apollo Creed's ghost was there in Russia during Rocky IV, which
I mean, it wasn't shown like the Force Ghost.
Right.
Talk about a visual Force Ghost.
Yeah.
Of Apollo Creed.
Which speaking of which, I made a little video about a week and a half ago about.
Oh yeah, you had the Rocky IV music.
Yeah, just kind of it was pretty much it was a little video about what the studio's been up to during the quarantine and how we were able to keep going, where nothing would stop us, even like a Russian on steroids couldn't stop us, and it featured the Cameron Woolley Show as being the very first online podcast that we recorded. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You were
that was nuts.
Yeah, so I did a whole timeline. So everything shut down March 21st. Governor was like, no more non-essential business.
Like, yep.
And then 3 days later on the 24th, 2 days later, I think it's 3 days later on the 24th, Cameron Woolley Show.
Yeah.
Was the first online podcast recorded. And then it went on, we threw up bunch of numbers because we're stat heads. So, So I was like, it was like 280 hours recorded, 14,400 minutes, 208 separate shows, like all this stuff. I started throwing up numbers just to be like, hey man, you can't stop us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but the first one went online was the Cameron Woolley Show. But the music I put in the background was the Rocky IV training music. Yeah. That was I thought you would appreciate that.
Oh yeah,
it's good. It's a good score, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Good music.
Shit.
Yeah.
If you want me to, if I ever had to,
I mean, I wanted to put like hearts on fire, strong to die. Yeah, I was like, all right, I'll save that for another pump up, shared universe pump up video. Yeah, that's for the next one. But,
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, baseball, man. Oh, so I guess we're gonna have to They're gonna. How do they do the schedule? Do you do the existing schedule and cut it?
I don't
know. Do you, like, I guess, like, how do you fit all that in? Like, you can't go to, like, 2-game series, right? Maybe increase them. I never liked the 2-game series, though, to be honest with you. I don't like it.
It's just...
And honestly, I don't, I'm not really a big fan of the 4-game series either. I like 3. I think 3 is perfect, because you got the you got the 2, and if you each win one, you got the rubber... Well, I just like saying rubber game. Got the rubber game that 3rd game.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me though. But do we see more 2-game series so we get more variety?
I mean, whatever if they can. Off a team.
Especially with these weird divisions, right?
Like on the lookout.
All right. Okay. Never mind. We don't care. We just want some baseball, man. We just want some baseball, some drama, some home runs. Good pitching performances.
I want to see Aroldis Chapman. They'll just nail Jose Altuve in the head with a 107 mile an hour missile from his left arm.
Little chin music. Yeah.
Okay, not chin music.
Like head. Okay. You want to go head hunting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, dude. He wants to go head.
Right.
Also, the guy cheated.
Right. Sure. Absolutely.
Like, I'm shocked that the Supreme Court didn't get in on it.
I don't know. You want the government involved in this now?
I'm saying, did it happen with the steroids though?
Oh yeah.
Did they have players go to court?
Yeah. Yes, they did. Don't you remember Rafael Palmeiro? I repeat, I have never used whatever he was saying. He was wagging the finger. Remember?
Press X to doubt.
All those guys. Jose Canseco was. These guys were under oath, and they freaking lied.
You're lying under oath.
They totally.
The thing is, you lie under oath. Not only are you a lying asshole, but it's a felony.
Right.
It's a legit felony.
Right.
To lie under oath.
True.
Okay.
True. I'm just checking Yahoo Sports. You have a Cam Newton. You have an opinion? He's floating out there somewhere. He could.
I don't care.
Okay, I didn't think so. I just thought maybe. I just thought you might have a take on that, but all right, 2 hours ago, updated NBA playoff picture. So 22 game.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
22 team playoff. Yeah, should be fun. I mean, I'll take a glance. I'm not gonna place any
You
bets.
gotta wonder if they're gonna rig it so the Lakers win, so it's a good story.
Right.
So it's like a good story, after Kobe.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, Tyson. We love Mike Tyson here.
Oh, dude.
And especially Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah, but, I do like me some Mike Tyson.
53 years old, training for a comeback.
Dude, I want to see Tyson Holyfield.
Me too. I think that's the only way to do it. And Holyfield
Tyson Holyfield 3.
I think this one would settle it. There's so much drama behind that. The titles, the ear biting, and
Holyfield won both matches though.
He did. Oh yeah, for sure. And even if Tyson won this one, it would be. I'm just Tyson's 53. I think we looked this up, but
Holyfield's 57. I think.
He's 57. Yes, he is. But man, he looks like he's still in great shape, though.
Yeah, they both look like they're in good shape. I mean, it would be an old man fight, but
yeah. I mean, I saw some of the training video from Tyson. He could take my head clean off, no doubt.
One punch. That's still the scariest man on earth, dude.
Oh, for sure.
I'd rather take a right hand from Deontay Wilder. I'm talking currently right now as of June 3rd, 2020. I would rather take a clean right from Deontay Wilder than a clean right from Mike Tyson.
Right. And I
think straight up as of right now, Tyson's still jacked, man. I want to see.
Yeah, I think so is Holyfield. So I mean, 57 is kind of old, but
57. I mean, 53 is.
Is this a current photo of him? Oh yeah, he's still up there, man. I mean, he's
still beefy.
He's a little gray.
And imagine he goes fighting with a gray beard. That would be so funny.
Just like a long, gray
beard. Like a Gandalf.
Yeah, for sure. But if nothing though, can you imagine how much money they're gonna make off that?
Oh my god!
In the end, isn't that what it's all about? I mean, I love sport.
They're gonna each make $1 billion. Who the hell?
I love sport. I love fair competition. However, I mean, it's boxing especially. Why do they do it? It's the money. They do it for the money.
Yeah, of course they do. They're like old man fights like this.
Yeah. So.
Well, Tyson and Holyfield had this plan for years. And what's Amanda Holyfield practice looking like? His training.
Yeah, Holyfield. I'm assuming. All right, he's getting taped up. Yeah, he looks pretty jacked still. So. True. I wish I looked that good for that 57.
Oh.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready to go.
Oh yeah, he's still jacked.
Yeah, for sure. So. Well, make it happen. And that's only two dudes in a ring. You can make that happen. You don't have to worry about.
UFC has been.
Yeah, I saw that.
The UFC's been kicking back for around the 2-3 weeks.
Right.
So it's been.
I think boxing. You don't need a crowd. Everyone would tune in pay-per-view for you.
Everyone would. I'd shell out. Like the bottom line is, will they pay for it? Of course, I'd shell out $100.
Sure.
To watch the Tyson Holyfield.
Yep.
Of course I do it.
Yep. Yeah, so make it happen.
It would be a hell of a lot better of a fight than Mayweather-McGregor, though.
Right. So make it happen, right? Well, yeah. I mean,
I remember that fight was... I remember I had a buddy over for it, and I was like... my friend was like... I remember he came over, I was like, hey, I got the Mayweather-McGregor fight. I convinced my mom, somehow convinced my mom to put $100 on that. God bless her.
I mean, that went. I can't remember. They go to the distance, right? I mean, at least they went what?
They didn't go the distance. Like Mayweather, quote unquote, knocked him out, and by knocked him out, the ref just stopped the fight the moment he moderately started.
Yeah, come on.
He didn't get any clean shots in.
What happened to
he got one.
Yeah.
He got one right to the face.
Right. What happened like Rocky, man? Those are all like knockouts, man.
Yeah, dude. Why can't the Rocky movies ruined boxing for me? Okay.
I think they ruined boxing for everybody. Where just
I remember when I was watching the Mayweather-McGregor fight, I was thinking, oh my god, it's gonna be like Rocky 4, and Like I was expecting like everybody to come out swinging,
Hits.
just like haymakers to the face by like the
Right,
first
just
round.
guys taking punishment, right? And yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
The closest thing the closest thing to highlights I've ever watched to a Rocky fight would probably be Ali versus Frazier in like
Oh, sure.
70, like
Yep.
some one of those early 70s fights.
Yeah, for sure.
Where Muhammad Ali was like Apollo Creed.
Right. Where yeah, that was boxing.
Like he just had that left jab.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
like
Yep.
it was like automatic. It was like
Yeah.
a jackhammer.
Yeah, and the trash talking. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali, he was a character.
Yes, he was. God bless him.
He was a character. God rest his soul.
God bless him. So, well, until hopefully we get a better update next week. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll be talking about what could have been. So yeah. Or we just end up playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out because
because we have nothing.
Because I ripped it onto my NES Classic, so
oh yeah,
I gotta get another controller or something. So
we can't do multiplayer though on that.
You know what? Why don't they? They need to make that. Is what they 2-player? Can you imagine that 2-player Punch Out?
Some sort of emulator, like
I would kill for that.
Online that have online multiplayer.
Why haven't they done that? Mike Tyson's Punch Out 2-player. You split screen it, and each person sees it from their perspective.
They did that on Punch Out for the Wii.
Okay.
They did split screen on Punch Out for the Wii, but it's not.
Yeah,
really
but
that.
was Vodka Drunkinsky on there? Like
no, Vodka Drunkinsky was not on there.
Vodka Drunkinsky and Piston Honda and
Dom
Flamenco. You need the stereotypes on there.
Yeah,
you need the racist boxers on there.
Yeah, you need pizza pasta.
Right.
Like out of all,
at least.
Okay.
Say what you will about those boxers. I think they represented almost everybody, right?
Yeah.
There was an Indian. There was an Asian.
I want to talk about
there was a Russian.
I swear to God, people have been talking about. There was
a skinny guy with no body fat. There was a guy named King Hippo. They represented everybody.
They got a plus size boxer.
Yeah, there were guys with hair. There was a guy that was bald, like so bald they called him Bald Bull. So.
And he was Turkish.
They had an Italian. Mario was in the ring. They had an Italian and Don Flamenco. They had 2 Italians in there.
Yeah, a Spaniard.
Yeah, Spaniard and yeah, you're right. He wasn't.
They had a French guy. Although honestly, I don't think there's ever been more of an insult. Although honestly, Glacio is more of an insult to France than.
Was he from France?
Yeah, Glacio is from Paris.
I never noticed that. I thought he was just some random white guy. But okay, I thought he was American.
The only Americans in Punch Out were Lil Mac and Super Macho Man.
Right, and Tyson.
And Mike.
Or
Mike
Mr.
Tyson,
Dream, whatever you want to call him.
Mr. Dream, if you're playing the
I don't count.
Version.
I don't count Mr. Dream.
No, I don't. Like, I mean,
he's not canon.
Like, I beat Mr. Dream. I beat him, but I'm like, no, I haven't beat Punch Out yet.
Yeah.
I need to beat Mike Tyson in order to.
I've never beaten Mike Tyson, so don't feel
it's
that.
the hardest boss in video games.
I believe so, yes.
I barely even got through Mr. Dream by rewinding a bunch of times on the NES song.
Right.
Yeah.
Timing right.
I barely beat him by doing that. Hey, how do you think I got by Mr. Sandman?
You're insane, but I love it. So
like, how do you think I beat how do you think I beat Mario Brothers 3?
I love it. God bless time shifting.
It's like just manipulating space time and just removing the possibility to make any mistakes.
So great. You're a nut. I love it. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad you're back. You got anything else?
I mean, there's stuff going on in Destiny 2. I mean,
okay.
There is updates coming out, but I mean, it's just.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, it's not really something that I
Fair enough. Yeah, no sweat. I'm still waiting for you to go on the 24 game kill streak, which would best your 23 game.
The 24 kill streak, yeah.
I'm waiting for that. But
Cameron Woolley Gaming, by the way.
Yes, Cameron Woolley Gaming. Follow that on YouTube. Cameron Woolley Show. Follow that on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we haven't missed a beat, my friend.
Yeah,
love it.
Have not. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get better at editing on. I'm trying to get better at making thumbnails. Like, I mean, I could just go on Canva for that.
Sure, thumbnails are important. They're the first thing you see on the YouTube listing.
Like, I kind of did something well with my Fellwinter's Lie review, which it was just like I slapped it together in Pixar.
I love it.
And
Nice.
I just put the caption, "Why do you exist?" on it. But then it was just Donkey Kong giving a thumbs up for some reason. I don't know why I put Donkey Kong there, but he's just a meme in and of itself.
Oh, for sure. I love it though.
I mean, I should put background music on my videos. I mean, it's good. I'm trying to. I put sound effects on my videos a lot, which is kind of. I mean, it's kind of essential if you want to make like kind of funny content.
Yeah, for sure. So
yeah, just
right on.
Be sure
well,
to
subscribe.
Follow that.
Subscribe.
Be sure to follow everything. Follow
subscribe.
My Twitter, follow my
like.
Instagram.
Watch. Tell your
follow
friends.
my Instagram. If you're wondering why I didn't address the recent events, it's because I have it all up on my personal Instagram.
Oh yeah, check it out for sure.
Yeah,
a lot
check
of
it out.
crazy
Absolutely.
stuff going on. Whether you're involved or not, stay safe.
Yeah, just
for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right.
Yeah. So, anyways, from Ming Chen, and finally, once again,
we're back.
The Shared Universe
We're
Podcast
back.
Studio. I am Cameron Woolley. Stay classy.